This was an interesting topic that I wasn't going to bring up, but you wanted to bring up, and I'm happy that it's happening.
Yeah, so there's a report going out that WWE is being more lenient with their trademarks on wrestlers' names. Uh, so obviously they own them or trademark them, whatever you want to say, when they are employed by WWE. But unlike the past, it is being said that they are now lifting that uh, for these wrestlers that leave and allowing them to use those names wherever else they go. People are talking about it being like Mustafa Ali, for instance. He's still using that name in TNA, so like that's a sign of that. Um, so if this is true, I find it really interesting, and I would say it's about time, because some wrestlers, of course, you look at like Dolph Ziggler, he's going by his real name in TNA. I don't blame him. Dolph Ziggler is such a very like
That's a WWE
wrestler's
name.
name.
That's a WWE name.
That's such a character name.
Yes.
I don't blame him, but when we look at the situation with Cody Rhodes, like he had to just go buy Cody in AEW because they would not give up Cody Rhodes because they had trademarked it. He literally had to like go to court to try and win back his wrestling name. So, if this is true, I find it fascinating because it didn't take Triple H very long to change that rule. That was something that was such a staple under Vince McMahon's ruling. And shout out to the people who now don't have to worry about their legit birth name being owned by WWE.
I know.
Like it has to be weird to be a John Cena, Randy Orton, and it's like, oh yeah, I don't even own the rights to my own name.
We actually own you.
Yeah, like that's pretty insane. So, I think it's just cool. I guess it's like one way for departing talent that's like, okay, like you can still use this name if it's the name you came in with or it's a name that you like, because sometimes they do come in with those names and they just go with it, and then that just kind of sucks. Like, can you imagine Tama Tonga coming in, that's his name forever in the indies and in New Japan, and then they're like, yep, you're leaving now, but you can't take Tama Tonga with you, like
that's the thing is, and you are gonna be confused as a wrestling fan.
yeah,
This is a really good step in the right direction for Triple H in this new era to pretty much acknowledge the outside world of
yeah,
wrestling. And by doing that, you're gaining a whole other audience because they're obsessed with this one wrestler. And if you change the name, you basically change the wrestler too.
Well, and
So
just
you
because
can't
they're
be doing
going
that.
by the same name, that doesn't mean anything bad for WWE. If anything, it's better for you, because if
It's more
someone
eyes.
Googles Mustafa Ali, stuff from WWE is going to pop up. It's not just going to
Probably
be
the first
TNA
thing.
stuff, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
wouldn't you prefer that you were popping up, and if someone was trying to be like, oh, okay, let me see, I want to see some stuff of Mustafa Ali's like in 2022, you know what I mean, not realizing maybe he hadn't been in TNA at that time. Okay, well then they're going to go through your archives because they're going to see he was in WWE and he was doing this and he was doing that. So like, isn't that more of what you would want? It's more eyes on
Yes.
your product, more money. Like that seems better in my opinion.